All right, so it looks like on the first one, the Big Ideas website actually needs to simplify totally down. So let's see, I'm going to do basically a bunch of distributing in the numerator. Let's put this over here. I'm going to keep the denominator the same. All right, so x plus 3 times x plus 5 times x minus 5. Okay, same denominator. Numerator though. Okay, one thing at a time here. Let's do my x plus 3 all squared. All right, that means x plus 3 times x plus 3. Let's see. If I do my distributing, I'm going to get an x squared and a 3x, and then I'll keep this going, another 3x and a 9. Okay, so I kind of took care of this guy, my x plus 3 squared. Next up, this middle part, I have to subtract the entire, goodness gracious, all this multiplying. Let's start with the first two. So if I distribute maybe I'll put this in green here, do a bunch of distributing. So an x squared minus x, and then a plus 5x and a minus 5. Okay, now beware, that was just these first two multiplied together. I still have to subtract like all of this, and I still have the x plus 3. Okay, so beware of that. And then that last bit here, you know what? I think I'm going to rewrite this x minus 5 times x plus 5. I'm going to put it in this format that they actually gave me at the beginning. They gave me an x squared minus 25 in that same format. So one of them is the factored form. One of them is the standard form. You can go back and forth. They're totally equal to each other. I think I personally prefer the standard form at this point, just because I'm trying to do all the distributing. So I'm going to rewrite this factored form as the standard form x squared minus 25. So if I do some distributing here, let's see, put this over here. If I take my positive 3 and distribute to the x squared minus 25, I get a 3x squared and a minus 75. All right, so I'm going to put a positive 3x squared and a negative 75. There we go. All right, and I still have a bit of distributing to do. I think, let's see, I'm going to combine these like terms here into an x squared plus 4x minus 5. And there is this negative that if I distribute this negative onto everything, I'm going to have a negative x squared. I'm going to have a minus 4x and a plus 5. All right, so I currently have all that times this other x plus 3. All right, so this is my last bit of distributing here. This gives me, let's see, a negative x cubed. Good heavens, maybe I'll put this in another color. Should I keep the green going? Sure. If I distribute this, I get a negative x cubed. I get a negative 3x squared. Okay. Now I got to distribute my negative 4x. So I get a negative 4x squared and a negative 12x. All right, and distribute my 5. So I get a 5x and a 15. Whew, that's just that middle term. I still have this first bit here. I still have my x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. I still got this last part, the 3x squared minus 75. Whew. And over my common denominator still, the x plus 3 times x plus 5 times x minus 5. Okay, so last but not least, let's combine some like terms. There's no more parentheses in the numerator anymore. That's kind of nice. So I'm going to see the highest exponent to lowest exponent. I think the highest exponent is this guy, the negative x cubed. And I don't see any other x cubed, so that's just going to say negative x cubed. All right, I got rid of that one. Next exponent down would be x squared. Let's see, I've got a 1x squared. What else I got? A negative 3x squared. So 1 minus 3, negative 2. And then a negative 4x squared. So negative 2 minus 4 is a negative 6x squared plus 3. Negative 6 plus 3 is a negative 3. I've got a negative 3x squared. Okay, so we kind of took care of all these x squareds. All right, let's see, what else do I need? Next exponent down will be plain x's. So let's see, I've got a 3x and another 3x, so I'm up to 6x. Negative 12x, so 6 minus 12 is a negative 6. Plus 5x, negative 6 plus 5 is a negative 1, and that negative 1x, and I think those are all the x's I've got. So you can write negative 1x, or I just call it negative x. All right, so we took care of all of these plain x's. Next up are the constants. So let's see, a positive 9 and a positive 15, so I'm up to a 24. 24 and then a negative 75. So 24 minus 75. I think you guys know 25 minus 75 would be a negative 50. My 24 minus 75 is going to be a negative 51. All right. And then that is then over, I think they let you have the factored denominator. They wanted the numerator all simplified though. Okay, so there we go. There's the simplified answer. And then for number 2, there was one other adjustment I needed to make. I think let's see. Oh, I think actually we're doing all right on this. You got your 4. Oh yeah. So I think what I forgot to do last time was I eliminated, like I didn't write down my x minus 2. So beware, you need your x minus 2 in the denominator. And I still have the 5x plus 3. So x minus 2 and 5x plus 3 all in the denominator. And we already reduced the numerator to a 4x. 4x times x plus 1. And yeah, there you go.